welcome to No Skips. This is a show where we talk about albums where you don't skip any songs. Today, we are talking about an album that came out in the year 2006, specifically July of 2006. This one is by one of my favorite bands, Gym Class Heroes. The album, As Cruel as School Children. And if you think about that for a moment, if you're ever feeling great about yourself, ask a school child something. Ask a school-age child something. They will give you a answer that will probably hurt your feelings. So maybe don't do that. But As Cruel as School Children, I've always loved that title. And I love the artwork on the album as well, which you should be seeing on the screen somewhere. I can never point in the right direction when I do these, so I'm just going to do it like that, somewhere. You know, these are not the droids you're looking for. Anyway, so let's get to the actual album. Again, As Cruel as School Children came out in 2006 from Gym Class Heroes. This album was produced by Patrick Stump. I just learned that as I was making this video for you. I did not know that previously. I just love the album. But if you know anything about me, you know that Patrick Stump is like one of my idols, and I love Fall Out Boy. That is my favorite band. So to know that now I know even more reason why I like this album. Okay, but we're not going to talk too much about Fall Out Boy on this. We're going to talk about Gym Class Heroes because this is a great album by them. Runtime on this album, 49 minutes long. They have got 15 songs on this album, and I will tell you that 5 of them turned into singles. All right, so let's get to the singles here. The Queen and I was the first single off this album, came out on August 28th of 2006. New Friend Request came out on this day in October of 2006. Cupid's Chokehold. Oh, you remember that song for sure. That song came out November 7th, 2006 as a single. And then Shoot Down the Stars came out on May 11th, 2007. And Close Off came out on July 27th of 2007. Again, the album came out in 2006. They were, again, still releasing singles off this thing the next year. That's how good of an album it was. And let me tell you, I really, really enjoy this album. You know, for me, I've always liked Travie McCoy. Just something about him. I just think he's cool. And anytime Gym Class Heroes came out with a song, I always felt like it's going to be something special. You know, and it's interesting because I've spent a lot of time talking about different hip hop artists. And I always tell you that, you know, when it comes to rap music, I appreciate the ones who have something to say. And, you know, I kind of like party anthems, but, you know, they're kind of hit and miss with me. Gym Class Heroes is the bridge between those two things to me, between the party anthems and the serious songs, the bridge between them, Gym Class Heroes, because Gym Class Heroes can take something that is kind of comedic and they'll say it in a comedic way in their lyrics, but yet I still find myself being like, I really enjoy that. So for me, they bridge the gap. And that's why I really love Gym Class Heroes and what they do. And I should say what they did, because unfortunately they're not around anymore, but hopefully at some point we'll get another Gym Class Heroes album. All right. But I have got all 6 of those singles, or all 5 of those singles, I should say, on my personal playlist. My favorite on this album, I would say Scandalous Scholastics is a good one. I really enjoy that one. I also enjoy, you know, Cupid's Chokehold. I really enjoy that one. And then I'm taking a look. Viva La White Girl is a good one as well. That one's actually a bonus song, if I'm not mistaken. Viva La White Girl is. And it's actually song number 6 on the regular disc as well. So it's on both. And then let's see, what else do we got here? New Friends Request is a good one. Now, when you listen to New Friends Request, all right, if you are somebody who is younger than me and you are listening to that song for the first time, it's going to tell you about the glory days of MySpace. Ask somebody about MySpace. I'm not the person to do that because I never had an account, but it will talk to you about that, and you might be a little bit confused. Like, what do you mean 8 spaces? I don't understand what that means. Ask somebody about MySpace, listen to that song, and maybe create an account. They could use it. Yeah. But anyway, I love this album. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of a concept album in a way, if you really think about it. And if you listen to this album, make sure you listen to it front to back. That's why I'm saying it's no skips, so that you will listen to it front to back, and then you'll get what I mean by it's kind of a concept album. A lot about love, about love maybe you shouldn't be having. as it gets into the scandalous scholastics part of it. But again, it's a really, really fun album by Gym Class Heroes from the year 2006. It's called As Cruel as School Children. I don't think there's a song on there that you should skip. Even the intermission stuff is funny. Like, cause they'll have intermissions where you'll hear like, kids walking through the school, and Travie McCoy will be talking over it or whatever, or pretending to talk to his friends. That's all good stuff too. So really, like I said, sit down, commit the time, listen to this one front to back. I don't think you'll regret it. And if you do, let me know that you did in the comments below. But if you love this album, let me know in the comments below. And I'm curious, for folks who are Gym Class Heroes fans, are you waiting for them to come out with something new? Because I know I keep seeing Travie McCoy pop up at like random people's concerts. And I know he was at a Mod Sun concert, if I'm not mistaken, not that long ago, and like came up and like did a brief song or whatever. But for me, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the next Gym Class Heroes album, because it was so weird, because they, obviously they came out with the Paper Cut Chronicles 2 in 2011, and then they just dropped off the scene. And like that album is not a no skips album. I won't go that far, but I will say that album is solid. And it just seemed like all of a sudden Gym Class Heroes was like, peace out, we're gone. And so I keep waiting. I know 2011 was the last time, but I keep waiting. I keep waiting for them to come back with something new, because I think that would be a lot of fun. And I will throw in one bonus song here, the Paper Cut Chronicles, the original Paper Cut Chronicles, because they did 2 albums of that. The second one was the sequel, like a true sequel, because they do that a lot in rap music, as you know. But the first one came out in 2005. My favorite song off of that one, just briefly, is, as I'm looking here, Kid Nothing versus the Echo Factor. I can never remember the name of it, but I love that song. That's another good one too. Kind of a rock song in a way for Gym Class Heroes. But again, that's not on the As Cruel as School Children album. That's on the Paper Cut Chronicles. But check out As Cruel as School Children and let me know what you think about that, my friends. Until next time, hey, be good to yourself, be good to others, in that order. I'll see you soon.